Hey everyone, it's Cheyenne. I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I am alive. So I meant to keep up with videos, but then we ended up losing internet for pretty much the entire time the hurricane was going on. I think we lost it the day after I made my last video, and then we didn't get it back really until I think yesterday night around. So I decided that I'd come home and make a video today. Took longer than I expected because there was a lot that was going on as far as home goes. And then, goodness gracious, all my clasps are showing. So I know what you guys are wondering. I am alive. Oh, you weren't wondering that? Oh, okay. I'm also really surprised to say that... Oh no, I need that. No, don't turn off on me. So I have this hooked up to my TV right now because there's a little port in my TV that kind of allows me to hook up a device to it so that it can be charged. But I don't have anything on, so the TV's not getting any signal and eventually it'll turn off. Okay, so where was I? Oh gosh, I completely lost my track of thought. The hurricane was, I mean, obviously I lived through it. Obviously, things have turned out okay at my house. We actually didn't even really lose power. I know that in other places, like, there were trees falling over, and I mean, in a few parts of our neighborhood, like, especially in the front where they planted trees, the few of those trees have fallen over, but really that's about it for us. But I know in, like, other parts of this city, and other parts of the state, people got, like, a whole lot worse. And so I know that we got, like, exponentially lucky in the fact that we weren't really hit by it as much. And I'm kind of happy because, honestly, I used to be absolutely terrified of storms as a kid. Now I love the rain. You know, I love thunderstorms, and I love windy days, and I love the rain. But when I was a kid, I was terrified of big thunderstorms, and I was scared of hailstorms, and I was especially scared of natural disasters, to the point where, like, I remember my family and I were driving down the road, and I was sleeping, and I woke up to a hailstorm, and I just started screaming. I was so terrified. I was shaking. I was, crying my eyes out. And it's been a long time since I've been afraid of a storm, but this would have been the first hurricane that I went through. Like I said, we got exponentially lucky, and so of course the first day that I woke up knowing that the hurricane was supposed to hit us that day, and I heard the wind and how bad it was, and like I could just hear the wind outside my room, and I could hear the rain blowing around. I got scared. It was the first time in a long time that I woke up and I was afraid of a storm, and I ended up going outside in that storm, actually, that night, and I was just like, this isn't that bad. I know we got really lucky with this and that it really didn't hit us that much, but right now it's not that bad, and so it kind of calmed me down a little bit. I'm wondering what I was talking about. I still can't think of it. There's a thought that I left off somewhere in here, and it's just gone. So what I'll try to do is I'm just going to go ahead and try to get back into the swing of things, making a video every day, as much as I can, and then of course after this, if there's a day that I leave off, I will make 2 videos the next day. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about subscribers. Alright, so I was supremely surprised to see that we are at 227 subscribers. Now that's about 2 more people since the last time I talked about it, but it's still, like, it's one of the coolest things to me. Like, we're almost at 230, and it's just, like, it's so amazing, and it's so cool, and I cannot express to you guys how grateful I am for this, and I really am, I think it's so awesome, and this isn't, like, this channel isn't even to its full potential yet. There's so much that I want to do, but the fact that, there are as many people as there are now, before it has even reached its full potential is so amazing to me, and I'm so thankful to you guys. For those of you who are new here and maybe haven't seen some of the videos where I talked about everything that I wanted to do on this channel, originally this channel was just made to post up my first video that's on here, which is this thing called the Never Ending Handshake. It was done while I was at a drill meet my freshman year of high school. And then I got my iPod and I started making videos, kind of helter-skelter every now and then, and, that was cool and great and all this stuff. And then one night, about 2 years ago now, I want to say, it's getting pretty close to that, I made a video of a cover of Every Time We Touch, the piano version. And after that, I started doing my best to make a video every single day. And, when I post it up in the day has kind of changed a lot. It depends on what's going on with school and work and all this stuff. When I first started it, I was posting them up about, not this time, but I'd say about 7 o'clock at night, and then I started being able to post it a little bit sooner at 5 o'clock, and then I got posted a little bit sooner at like 12 o'clock, and now I'm getting back to kind of those late night posts where really I'm doing my best. Right now I'm just trying to make sure I get it up every day. However, I got into doing covers, and then I also decided, because I started watching, some gaming channels, I started watching Markiplier and PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and stuff like that, and I started watching those, and I thought that would be a really fun thing to do on this channel. And so eventually, once I get actual recording equipment, because right now I have an iPod. I'm trying to save up money to go on this trip to The Voice, so it probably won't be soon, though, or as soon as I would like it to be. I do plan on it. That is a plan in my head, to get all this stuff to do gaming and try and get that stuff, because I think that would be really awesome. And it would probably give you guys a good laugh, because I love horror video games. I can't speak today. But the problem is I am terrible at video games. I'm very, very welcome to admit that. I love video games, period, end of story. Portal 2 was one of my favorites. Actually, I haven't played the first Portal yet, which I'm kind of upset about. The first one my brother and I got was the second one. But I do want to get the first one because I absolutely love Portal. One of the first video games I ever played was on the original, Xbox, that big black hunky thing that had a giant X on the top of it. That was our first gaming console that I can remember. And the first game that I remember playing on it was Halo. And so my brother and I got a lot done in that. And then my brother got really into Call of Duty, and then we both kind of got into Gears of War and all this stuff. And I'm very welcome to admit that I am terrible at video games. I've gotten better over the years, of course, because I've played more and more of them. But, especially stuff like Call of Duty, where I'm playing against my brother and his friends, I am terrible. One of the reasons I like Soul Calibur 4 so much is because that is a game that I'm actually really pretty good at, and I've actually beat quite a few of my brother's friends on that, which kind of made myself proud. But I do want to do that because I think that I have a very funny reaction, or at least I've been told I have a pretty funny reaction to video gaming when it comes to horror games, or when I think I'm about to die in a video game. I freak out. I start jumping around, and it's just this, it's hard to explain completely. It mainly involves me jumping around and screaming about how I'm gonna die. But I thought that would be fun, not just for me but for you guys as well. And I also wanted to make this channel more than just singing, and that I make vlogs, and that sometimes I just talk about things, and I talk about what's on my mind, and I get it out, and I do my best to reach out to you guys as much as I can, even though I am an extreme introvert. So, when I see people comment, of course I comment back, but I myself, because of the way I was raised, I'm not always comfortable, private messaging someone. I have had someone ask me to do that before, and I turned it down because it's not who I am. In the future, once things are different, I might do that every now and then, but it's really not a big thing with me just because of the way I was raised. Because I was raised at a time when cyber predators were a really big thing, and we had to learn about them all the time, and oh goodness, I'm just gonna shut up now because I don't know. I had to learn a lot about that because I watched a lot of Dateline when I was a kid, and it got me kind of freaked out with all that. And my parents were always like big on being careful when you're online, and so that kind of stuck with me. But of course, I do, like, if I see comments or anything, I definitely make it my business to comment back, and I try to not to leave anything, like, unnoticed, you know? Because I think it's great to be able to reach out to you guys, and I think it's great to be able to talk to some of y'all, and talking to some of y'all has actually really made my day most times, because you guys are so awesome, and, you know, you're so nice, in that you guys have really built me up, and the fact that I've had some of you say that I've helped you is amazing to me, because that's what I want to do. You know, I want to be able to help people. So it's always, you know, it always helps to know that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not dead. I'm still here. I've just been unable really to do much. I've actually been reading, you know, getting back into reading because there wasn't really much to do. I was expecting the power to be turned off, so I figured I might as well not get into a movie, and I was expecting, you know, I couldn't have any internet, so I was like, might as well just leave my computer alone. I had data on my phone, but I was using as very little of that as I could, because I didn't want it turned off again. Because I didn't want to use too much of it, and now we have unlimited data for the next couple of days because of everything that's been going on. Because Verizon is awesome. But, so I didn't end up doing much with that. I ended up reading a lot, and I got into this book called Outliers, and I finished another book called Trail, and I still have like 2 million books that I have to get caught up with, and now that I'm getting back into reading, it's probably going to be a lot more, probably a lot of my free time is going to go to reading lately, just because I love reading. It's like entering someone else's mind, and it's like entering a whole nother world, and it can be such an amazing thing when it's done right. And especially in this book that I'm reading right now called The Outliers, it is done perfectly, and so yeah. Anyways, besides, it really gets the thought juices flowing. Like, it's pretty cool. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Stay you, believe in yourselves, because you guys are absolutely amazing, and I mean that. Don't forget that. Don't forget to dance today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.